Don't try me today, Scotty.
We
what
put
I'm
out
saying
we
to
put
you
out a
is that
CNN
you
poll.
know,
Are you
by
saying our
and
polling
large,
is wrong?
no, what I'm saying to you is that you know, by and large, people are not happy. This
No,
is
they're
not,
very happy. They're unhappy with Democrats.
You're happy.
They're happy with Trump.
You're
In this video, Scott Jennings recently made another appearance on Newsnight with Abby Phillip on CNN. Scott Jennings and the panel discussed the Democrats' disastrous polling numbers. With that, let's watch Scott Jennings crush another CNN panel like an annoying bug.
I thought this polling was interesting. This is whether Democrats should work with the GOP or stop the Republican agenda. But what I want you to look at here is how this has changed. And back in 2017, 74% of Democrats said they should work with the GOP. Now, 57% say they should stop the Republican agenda. There has been a complete shift in the mindset of the Democratic Party. They want resistance. They want a Tea Party.
100%. And what you just said, we should listen to the people. You said, as a congressman, am I correct in saying that you just said we should listen to the people? Why aren't they listening to the people? There's no leadership. There's nobody doing anything. And what we saw, honestly, was a cave. Yet again, another example with Schumer saying, I don't want the smoke. And we're asking, I mean, they are begging. She just showed the dramatic shift. I don't understand what the problem is. Why is there nobody, for lack of a better word, with some cojones to stand up and say, what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, if look, you know we need it, and I'm not trying to give you the smoke, but if you know we need it, why is it not happening?
Look, we need to throw a punch. That's correct. And the American people want us to throw a punch.
By the way, political punch, not literal punch, because then they're going to say stuff.
Now, of course, you know, the proposals that they're bringing are horrendous enough for us to do that, and we should do that.
What's horrendous about the CR? It continues funding the government at Biden.
Horrendous about the CR is that it is a cut.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
They want the Democrats to listen to the people. Who's going to listen to the people? They have no leaders. They have no vision. They have no strategy. They have no agenda. All they know is to call Trump Hitler and an authoritarian and to oppose anything the Republicans do. What a silly polling question. Should you work with the GOP or oppose the GOP? A binary question like that's so stupid. The truth is, Democrats and Republicans should be working on things they believe are best for the American people, and they should be opposing things that they think are detrimental to Americans. But I just did a video with Tim Pool and put something in my head that really defines the Democrat Party. They don't represent anyone. They each want something different, because it's all about the individual. They're all about identity politics and stuff and groupthink on everything else. When it comes down to the individual Democrat, the people in power, the politicians, it's all about what's in their best interest. Then it's all about the individual. And I have to point out, how about Anna Navarro saying a figurative punch or a political punch? Not literally, because then they'll start saying stuff. No, Anna, the Republican Party doesn't think like you. We understand figurative and literal. The ridiculous clown show that you're on, the ridiculous party you're associated with, they're the ones that blow Donald Trump's words out of proportion every single day. So nice try. And I love that stupid look on your face, like you're exasperated or annoyed. That's how 99.9% of the country feels when they have to watch a clip of your dumb show. So I'm glad to know that you feel what the average American is feeling. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
If you do not consider the cost of doing business, if you do not consider that the cost of living, for example, has gone up, that everything has gone up.
Now you're changing. It's not a cut. You're being dishonest.
It's a cut.
It's not a cut.
It's a cut.
It's continuing
a cut
funding the
cut
government at the same levels. It's not a cut. You voted to shut down the government. You voted to lay off every veteran in the federal government. You're making a passionate plea for why Democrats didn't shut down the government. And now Chuck Schumer can't even have a book tour because Democrats are so enraged that the government was. And I'm just confused, because last week I was told that people going and expressing their First Amendment rights was part of their democratic and civic duty. And now Chuck Schumer can't even have a book party with Democrats over it. I'm trying to decide.
I mean, Scott, I actually think that Democrats are in agreement with you in the sense that they probably think Chuck Schumer should,
yes, exactly.
Gary's point, take the smoke.
2 weeks ago, he was attacking
show up and take the. He should show up and take the L. Is what I'm saying. No one's saying he can't have it, Scott. He can do whatever he chose to. But once again, another example of him deciding to hide. I would love for him to go on the book tour so that he can answer the questions of the American people. Security risk. perhaps maybe true according to what Abby has said and what his office is saying.
Who would
But
be who would be the security risk though?
I
Who
don't
would-
know.
Who
All
would be
I'm
the
saying-
security
Wait a minute.
risk?
The book is about. The book is
Who
about.
is the
Wait.
risk?
Scott,
Can we just admit who the risk is?
The book
left,
is
right?
about anti-Semitism, right? So I guess somebody that might be anti-Semitic might target
So, the left.
Chuck Schumer. Tomorrow,
Yes.
he's supposed to be on
If you like watching videos like this one, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
The View. I think that hasn't changed. He'll be on the hot seat there. I also think he should go on this book tour because if we are talking about Republicans who don't have the cojones, to quote you, to show up to actually even do town halls, even though there were town halls of constituents all over the country this weekend begging the Republicans to show up and answer questions. They refused to do so. But so I think Chuck Schumer should face the music, should, as harsh as it may be, should answer people and should portray some leadership and confidence, which he has done in the past.
Okay, I think Chuck Schumer was the adult in the room. He did what the American people want. The American people want government. They want people to get deals done. And the fact of the matter is people don't want to punch. The fact of the matter is people are actually excited. NBC News on Meet the Press, they reported their polling found the highest level of enthusiasm in the country going in the right direction since 2004. 20 years. So President Trump is doing exactly what he campaigned on. That's why 76.
I agree with one liberal on the panel that said Chuck Schumer should stop hiding and speak to the American people. Of course he should. That's his job. He should be transparent. Tell them what the plans are. Justify the reason you make the decisions that you do. Donald Trump does it every day. He's the most transparent person. He's the most transparent president I've seen in my lifetime. And he still gets grief. Can you imagine if he hid like Chuck Schumer? What would the story be? Donald Trump's hiding. What's he hiding? He's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. I think I heard Ana Navarro, and I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong. I think I heard her say something like Republicans won't come on The View. If that's in fact what she said, why would a Republican come on The View? I've seen every time a prominent Republican has come on The View, everyone in the studio comes loaded with attacks and nasty jabs, but no one really has any idea what they're talking about. So it just turns into a screaming fest while the Republican sits there looking confused. It's a waste of their time. And no one respects your show politically. I mean, I respect it and appreciate it because it's great for content, but that's the only reason anyone would watch it other than some single cat ladies. But don't think for one moment, Ana Navarro, that any Republican is scared to come on your show because you do such a good job cross-examining them. You're an idiot. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
6% of people said, according to CBS polling, agreed with his State of the Union speech, which included a lot of independents and a lot of Democrats who were watching that speech.
Carrie.
That is why.
Carrie, my namesake, Carrie.
Yes, my fellow Carrie.
You do know what you're saying is incorrect. I don't care about the polling.
Talk to
The
NBC.
American, I don't care what NBC is saying. I can talk to the people on the streets. Are you on the streets? Are you talking
Absolutely,
to
I
people
am.
in real life situations who have everyday jobs who are saying they're unhappy? You know very well.
Are you saying
that no one-
CNN polling is
they're
wrong?
saying-
No,
they're saying
no. What
that-
I'm saying is,
that Joe
don't do
Biden
me.
under-
Don't try me today, Scotty.
We
what
put
I'm
out a-
saying
we
to
put
you
out a
is that
CNN
you
poll.
know
Are you
by
saying
and
our polling
large.
is wrong?
No, what I'm saying to you is that you know by and large people are not happy. This
No,
is
they're
not,
very happy. They're unhappy with Democrats.
You're happy.
They're happy with Trump.
You're happy. Democrats.
How funny is it, a Democrat not caring about the polling? But any time that polling backs up their point, it's the most important thing in the world. I think a prerequisite to being a Democrat is you can't have an honest bone in your body. She said, are you talking to people on the street and how they're feeling? Well, I know for certain who's not talking to people on the street and how they're feeling. Every single liberal and Democrat sitting at that table, every liberal news host, regardless of the network, every liberal politician, they don't care about average people and they look down on average people. They don't even want to be near average people. They're not talking to them. That's why they get everything so wrong all the time. And people can't relate to the Democratic Party. And the party as a whole is polling in the mid to low 20 percentile. Literally the only strategy for Democrats to justify any of the actions of that joke of a party is to lie about it. So that's what they do on these shows. Anyway, but we want to hear from you. What did you all think about this discussion about the Democrat Party? What did you think about Scott Jennings' comments and the rest of the panel? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, as always, really appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one.